Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the ABS show coming straight to you from
New York City.
If this is your very first time watching us, or if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And we have an Instagram page. Glitz, can you tell them where they can follow us?
They can follow us at the ABS show on Instagram.
Yes, okay. All right, so we're gonna just dig right into today's topic. And Glitz, what's going on?
So today my fine husband is upset.
Who be that?
Iyanya is in a big battle with Obi Franklin, his past business partner from Made Men Music. So Iyanya has been going on the talk show circuit talking about the fact that Obi Franklin has cheated him of his rightful money, because they were business partners, and supposedly Obi Franklin was doing a lot of frequency, a lot of shadow boxing and signing stuff that he wasn't supposed to sign. For instance, Tekno, which is one of the big artists out of Nigeria, Afrobeats for Made Men Music, let's say for instance he made 30 million and Iyanya only got 145K in Naira. How much is that? What?
About $450 a day?
Yes.
Are you
Can
sure?
you imagine that? That's what they're saying. No, I don't know if I'm reading right. This is what I read. So the thing about it is that Obi Franklin has been known, people have said that he's been known to do a lot of shady dealings. For instance, Iyanya said he signed the paper which kind of, separated the company or whatever. And he said that when he got the paper, went to go look at the paper in Abuja, the paper had Obi Franklin's brother's information on it and things like that. So somebody else had signed it. So he said that, but Obi Franklin said that Iyanya never liked Tekno and that he was jealous of Tekno because Tekno's music. That's what Obi Franklin said. Obi Franklin brought receipts of 6 signed papers, and so did Iyanya. So they're going back and forth on the circuit. So we don't know who is kind of telling truth or not. But I have an interview of Iyanya, a little clip.
Okay, so let's go back
Let's go to the clip.
You're going to be, because I'm tired of this thing. You're messing so many people's lives up. No, bro, I'm not trying to run you down. I'm talking to you to change. The reason why I'm coming out to talk like this is because you don't know that you've ruined so many lives. You don't know that you've ruined so many people's minds, and all of them. I believe that in this time that we are in, they will all come out and talk. It's time for you to change. If you're watching me, stop lying. You're shooting yourself on the feet. You're hurting yourself even more when you come out with fake claims. Because you see, people who are watching me now, who know the truth, they are watching your page too, bro. They know you're lying, bro. They know you're lying. I can call their names again, bro. I'm not doing this because I need any favor from anybody. If Tekno, one day Tekno will come out and speak the truth. Even Ubi said that he's lying now, one day he will come out and confess to you people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, so this is crazy. I think Tekno posted something on social media.
Yes, he did.
Saying that, listen, these are my
elders.
You need to get it together. My issue here is, things happen. Miscommunications happen and all of that. How about you call your brother on the phone? You call your brother on the phone, talk about it, instead of going on the radio. Social media, crying like a little
Don't talk about my husband like that.
Well, your husband is to get it together. Because your
Iyanya.
husband is acting like a baby right now. And I like Iyanya as well. But Iyanya has no place to talk about cheating.
He's fine.
Because when we talk about cheating, you have cheated in business, in your relationships, and all of that. So who are you to now come in to talk about cheating? Who are you to say that?
Give us the deed. Spill the tea.
Please. Did he cheat on Yvonne Nelson or whatever the case might be?
No, she was ready for something more than he wasn't ready for.
Oh, yeah.
Babies.
Please.
Anyways, probably they must have, talked about it, and...
No, they didn't. That's why he went on the radio station.
Yeah, sorry. Probably he must have, reached out to Ubi and, it wasn't forthcoming. So, also, Emma Naira, do you remember Emma Naira?
Talked about it.
She also spoke out, in conjunction with what Iyanya was also saying.
On his side.
So the thing is, when it comes to business like this, because Iyanya actually took everything as, friendship, they were brothers, there was so much trust, and he didn't believe, according to what he said, he didn't believe that, certain things would go down. So even if you're friends and your brothers, you've been friends for so many years or so, or somebody, brought you out of the dunghill or whatever, business is business.
Yeah.
Documentation is documentation.
Absolutely.
Especially in Africa, where we can actually put relationships and brotherhood ahead of business. Who ain't be before? Don't be carrying who you sabi.
I'm
help you now. Why you going to talk rubbish ahead? So business is just business. Documentation is documentation. Y'all, they should go all the way down and, you know, put proper documentation, especially for those who are just, you know, coming up. And I hope they settle this amicably. It's really messy.
I hope that there's a good light that comes from this, because a lot of times all this, especially in the entertainment industry, people tend to cheat the artist with the belief that they cannot do anything, they can't say anything about it, forgetting that when a lot of voices gather together, they will bring you down.
Yeah.
And now that this Iyanya has spoken up about it, I'm pretty sure other people that Ubi has crossed wrongly, if what Iyanya is saying is actually true, they would speak.
If.
Yeah, keyword is if. So if other people start to speak up, this Ubi is going to go down for real. Because now he would have to, if they take him to court, if they sue, he's going to have to to pay back of some
Emma has spoken up, so we're waiting for
all these people that are
just one
speaking
person,
up and spoken up and sparking up. Were they 12 years old when they were signing this thing?
Well,
I mean, forget about that excited. This is not 1960 or 1974. I'm tired of artists coming out 5 years later and saying this and that and that and that and that and that. He cheated me. He gave me $1,000 out of $5 million.
Yes, because
are you an
illiterate?
illiterate? When you were signing the contract, if you cannot read, give your lawyer to read. That's why there's always a legal team. There are people called entertainment lawyers. If you cannot hire them, find one or find a friend like Literati that went to school to read it. Sure, is your husband. Why didn't you read it for him?
He wasn't Yvonne Nelson then. He wasn't Yvonne then. He wasn't Yvonne Nelson then. He wasn't with me then.
And now, after all the fights and radio interviews, he just dropped a new single. That's Iyanya. So me, I'm tired of all these publicity strategies that comes with artists when they're trying to come back. And then they make a lot of noise and make a lot of noise to gain attention, and then they drop single.
And so I think that we always have this.
There's some truism in what
we have this narrative that
about.
happens a lot with a lot of different artists. Like this Afrobeat is really, really trending. It's really, really hot now. The people literally have to make sure they are looking at their contract like you are looking like for every little detail, every little dot. Because people will sneak little things into the clauses, into stuff. So you have to really make sure you're vetting it.
What's that blind man's name?
Cobalt.
No,
Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder can see some of these mistakes. So if he can see it, you can see it as well. We're going to move on to the next topic. Max, what do you have for us?
It's true.
Okay. Yeah, so we're talking about Jumia today. Nigeria's online retailer Jumia to become first African startup on New York Stock Exchange. So, well, anyways, we're moving though. But last year, Jumia actually recorded a huge, loss of over 170 million euros. That's like $192 million. So and now they're going.
That's some chief in there.
It's an online.
It's an online store. It's like Amazon. Yeah, but it's just like one of the top in Africa. It's two French people came together in Lagos and built the company. So now they recorded a huge loss, and then a lot of things has been happening because they don't really have a perfect communication and process with all the goods and everything that people order online. The way Amazon, across Africa, especially delivering goods. Some places where they don't have those PO boxes or right address and stuff like that. And also the warehouse was also robbed in Kenya, and they lost a lot of money. So now they're going public in New York Stock Exchange. So it's not the pricing of the company. It's not really stated yet though, but it could go over 1.5 billion dollars.
So are you saying it's not a welcome development?
Go away.
Oh my God!
I'm asking because we're looking at this is stock exchange. This is New York Stock Exchange. We're talking about highs and people will invest in this.
Which is great because
it's a great thing. It's people are gonna they're aiming at Alibaba. And other huge, online companies.
I used to shop at Alibaba, but them things are fake.
So when it goes public on New York Stock Exchange, you're going to have people investing, and probably they will resuscitate the company.
And
bring
Amazon
it back up
will buy
there,
it. Amazon is going to buy Jumia. And you know that's what's going to... The thing about it, when you get listed on Stock Exchange, it makes you very attractive to
it's the largest and the biggest.
Western businesses. So it could be something that some other company's going to come up and buy. Just like they bought WhatsApp sold to Facebook and Instagram sold to Facebook. A big conglomerate is going to come through it. And I think with traveling, you understand like transportation in Africa and in Nigeria. It's not the strongest. So Jumia, we can't blame them too much.
Delivery.
Because delivery, sometimes it could be one goat shed in Kong, and then you don't find it. But I think that it's something that it's a work in progress.
And a Senegalese woman, a businesswoman, actually came out and said, because of what you just said, that the reasons that might be challenging for investors, because when they notice that the transportation and delivery system and everything is not really okay, that might not be encouraging for investors.
But will the New York Stock Exchange list it if it was that much of a risk? They wouldn't.
You're right.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't go on the floor.
Yes.
Well, I heard that MTN Group, that is one of the largest.
The largest,
they're about to sell their 600. They're about to sell their share. They're going to make a lot of money from it. So that's
MTN, who are they selling to?
I don't.
Hope it's T-Mobile. Hey, please let it be T-Mobile.
No, MTN is trying to sell their share because MTN is one of the largest shares in Jumia, right? So they're going to sell their shares as they had this IPO now. And that would actually prompt other shareholders to sell them. I really. So I don't think that move is.
I really like this, but my thing is, I think we need to also educate our people in Africa about stock exchange, because I wish I knew more about it and learned it when I was in school. So instead of some of these subjects that they are being taught in school,
right now,
let's teach our young people about stock exchange, because I have one.
Oh, you have stocks?
No, not stock. But
I was like, Daddy.
I have a share with T-Mobile. So are you guys thinking in future maybe
buying shares?
Buying shares and stuff?
I mean, like with our 401ks and with our
Some people don't have that as well.
Okay, well my 401k, I definitely.
You don't get 401k, hustling left and right. You don't get that. But I really hope that they teach that in school as well. I think it's really important.
And there's a lot of apps now. I don't know. Make sure you're vetting the apps. There's a lot of apps that make it really simplistic for you to invest in the stock exchange.
Of course, yeah.
One of the places that I'm mad that I didn't buy was Netflix. Because there's a point when Netflix went down because they raised the pricing of their subscription, and then boom, look at Netflix now. I would have been a millionaire. I wouldn't even be talking to you.
But sometimes when you see the idea, it really doesn't make sense to you.
Yes, you don't have the knowledge of it. That's why it's good they should teach it.
Just like when they sold the shares for Blockbusters.
Yes.
Look at
where's Blockbuster now?
Who is watching
It was hard because even when Uber first, it's all about idea. All about idea. Like everything in the studio right now, the person that made it is probably a billionaire, a millionaire. It's all about
idea. It's a gamble.
Well, this is a good news. I'm proud of it.
And first African startup as well.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Timani.
Yes, so.
Oh, my brother. What's going on with
in 2019, sex trafficking is still happening to the extent of a large number of about 20,000 girls in Mali. And the Nigerian government is still struggling to get them out of there.
Yes.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of resistance there right now.
There's a lot of resistance from the Malian mine workers that actually use the girls and solicit the girls. So every time a Nigerian service workers or the workers come and help rescue the girls, they come in droves like area boys. They come in their trucks and in their stuff to make sure that they scare away the peace workers. So it's 20, and some of these girls were kidnapped. Some of these girls were sold a story
deceived,
that they were going to be working overseas. Right. And then a lot of them, even one girl, she was like maybe 14 or 16 and she's pregnant.
My goodness.
She's pregnant. A lot of this sex trafficking thing is such a huge thorn in everybody's flesh all over the world. Yeah. So I don't know what Nigeria is going to do, and I hope when Nigeria gets them back, they just don't throw them on the street somewhere. What are they going to do with these young women?
Yeah. So these girls were took from Nigeria.
Yeah, they were deceived. They actually thought they were leaving the continent, but somewhere they got trapped in Mali. That was
and now they are having sex.
And it's a camp actually. It's like a camp.
And so these men go in there and have sex with this. So they don't have girls in Mali.
Yeah,
but I don't know with the Muslim religion, like that's the thing about it. With the Muslim religion, I don't know how it is with.
Oh, these men want exotic girls from other countries. Like I don't understand what's going on.
It's sex trade, the oldest business in the world.
But we don't have to accept that. You keep, you say that all the time as well. Like it's prostitution and it's sex trade, but we're in a different world.
No, we don't have to accept it. Definitely, I don't agree with accepting it all. I think that it's something that we have to stop because unless somebody is willing to do it, they can willingly do it. But if this is a young children and babies or like why? And also they're the brokers that I'm really upset at because the brokers sell these like champagne dreams and these caviar dreams to these women, and then you get there and you're gagging, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like, what can we do to make sure these people are vetted? Because when they see all these young girls going on planes, does anybody ask any questions?
Yeah.
Because you see it.
I mean, the brokers do sell the dream to them, but we also do that as well.
Wait,
we are living our lives on social media, and they're seeing it in the villages. They are seeing it in Africa, and whenever every time somebody comes to them, oh, you want to be like this person? I will take you. I will take you there. So we are also part of it as well.
What is a 14-year-old girl leaving the country to? What did she think she was leaving the country to go do?
To become a Disney star.
You're 14.
I don't know.
The same way they send the girls from the villages to the cities to work.
Yeah.
It's sad though, because now you have 20,000 people being brought back to the country. We already know the situation of things in Nigeria. All right, we already know what's going on in them camps, the displaced camps. We already know that they're already raping people in there. So where are they going to put all these children that are bringing back?
When are they going to back to the news? You said 20,000 girls.
They're still struggling to get them
That's
out
the
there.
thing.
They're not even out.
What is the struggle here?
We
know that these girls are in the camp. What is the struggle? What is stopping the governments going there and rescuing these girls?
Yeah.
This is serious. What's going on?
This is almost like the Boko Haram, thing right now. So they probably should, involve the army. And also, without even calling out the parents of those kids.
Struggling.
Giving out
if my parents and my family know that I'm somewhere that I, trapped, they are coming in with cutlasses, like struggling. Do something about it.
Ghana recently sent Nigerians back to Nigeria.
Yes, we did.
Okay, why are these girls in Mali? You say yes, we did.
My guy voice calm down.
So why are they struggling to get 20,000 girls out when they're not Malians, they're not residents of Mali.
Right now.
They're not supposed to actually be there.
You know why? Because they're bringing money into the
Exactly.
It's money.
Yeah, but I think that in Africa, the rights of women is still an issue. That is something that has to be a major issue for the government to focus on, the rights of women, because the rights of women is why these girls are being taken advantage of. They see them as tools, they see them as boxes. They don't see them as people that should be upheld in the community.
No. And Max,
like
please, you just said that she has work to do in Africa. You
have
have
work to do as well.
Africa
have work to do.
It's not a gender
You're
thing.
out here saying no, it's on all of us as well.
Of course, I know.
Okay. You need help. Aren't you going soon to Africa
I'm going
to do
to
some
Ghana
work?
soon. We're going to be raising money for scholarships for Guinean students. So if you're in Ghana and you want subsidies for some of your children, make sure you're getting in contact with me because we're going to make sure that we're subsidizing some scholarships this year.
All right. So so politicians get to work. Okay. All right.
To work.
Yeah, get to work.
Right.
Do some work for change.
At least.
All right. So Miss Spitfire.
Yep.
What's going on, Mama?
A Nigerian man who is said to have been homeless for over 35 years, in the United States, begs to go home. So recently, a man, an entertainer, Chinom So.
That's him?
That's the man.
Okay.
I feel.
His name is Chinom So.
So what's going on with him right now? Heart attack?
No. Okay, so this is a story, right? This man's plight came to social media because a Nigerian entertainer in the US saw him lying down on the ground. And so this man is identified as Emmanuel. The man asked him questions and he said he's from Mbise in Imo State and he's been homeless for over 35 years.
Really?
And he's unable to work because of various sicknesses. He has a son out here who's not cooperative. The son doesn't care about him. And when they were interviewing him, he had like swollen legs. He couldn't even wear his shoes. Said his legs are swollen because he has diabetes and other sicknesses. So his cry out kind of brought the video kind of brought the Mbise community in Texas to his rescue. So they took him to the hospital, and and it's just sad because he has a son.
Yes.
He has a son there. How can you have a father that's going through this and not want to look out for
Because he's popping bottle and club.
Those are the kind of sons they should have aborted.
Oh, look at it now.
No, you know what? You guys believe in like spiritual attacks and all of that?
Which one?
No. So you think his village people has called him on the phone?
I strongly believe that it has something to do with it. When your villages are villages, right? That's what happens. But they can also do it in a way where your family members, like the son,
neglect you.
Right? It happens. I'm telling you, it happens. But for him to really be like, you know what, take me back home.
That's a lot too.
And they were asking him, do you have papers? He said he doesn't have papers now. Maybe he has to work. He's unable to work because of his
So that's a no. He doesn't have papers.
35 years.
But he had a child, so he was able to have sex.
When do you need papers to have sex?
I'm just saying.
I don't understand this girl.
You're about to have sex, bring your green
Bring your
card.
green card.
Green card,
Wow.
But is that the solution then? To say I want to go back home,
especially when it's not you know, common amongst, you know, Africans to be in this country for so many years and not and to this. Of course, they are villagers, you know, doing some meetings.
Are you kidding me? I know. Listen, understand that when they came was the era in which they came is different from now.
Yes.
That was before 9/11.
Exactly.
Now.
Then they didn't care. They didn't care for papers. They didn't. My mom had a lot of us here, but she never had papers.
I have a lot of
because she didn't think she needed
uncles
it.
in the United States who are really doing so, and they've been here since the 80s. So.
But you don't know what
Somebody
the
has to give you a
circumstances
chance.
was. You don't know what the circumstances were.
Did
You know,
they
we don't know
change
exactly
for
what his
papers?
storyline is. But the thing about it is that if he goes back home, does he have money? You have to have money to go home on.
Where are you going home to?
Where are you going home to?
What
And you already have
I'm
diabetes.
sorry, you cannot come to America, right, for 35 years and go home and be a burden to the rest of the family. They will not look at you.
Yes.
They won't look at you. When you go back, they need you to come help.
Exactly.
Especially since you've been here for 35 years and you couldn't bring back a slice of pizza back home, like something. You didn't bring anything. I'm just saying, you didn't bring anything home at all. They're gonna look at you like.
No, but there are people.
My advice to him is that listen.
They don't be
Stay
safe
here.
people. They don't be safe people that
And what
helped
do
him
you
in
do?
Texas.
Yeah.
I think they should move forward after he gets well and try to find him something to do
Oh,
down
they're trying
there.
to do that, but they're
Maybe
waiting
get
for
him
him
an
to decide.
asylum or something. He shouldn't be going home. To what?
They're gonna deport him.
They're actually.
They won't deport him.
They're trying to figure
ISIS
out.
is
They want to
watching.
try and get him a home,
ISIS.
or either get him a home or send him home.
ISIS.
Depending on
Well, I
what
mean,
he
let's
wants to
give
do.
it up for the community for getting
Right.
together. This is what we need to do more
It takes a village.
work together to really help people when we see that they're
What did the
struggling.
community do?
They got together and got him a hospital. You know what the hospital
Okay,
Okay,
bill
so
for?
you are in the hospital, you're going to wake up in Nigeria. Because ICE is watching, like I said.
ICE is
you are
watching.
undocumented.
But
You've
guess
been
what?
here.
Guess what? The man actually said the interview was in Igbo. So ICE probably don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
Excuse me, though. They translate, though. There are people that...
They translate now.
If you can't...
Even
FBI hire me,
FBI.
I charge $150 an hour, I will translate it for you. You know I don't speak it.
Maybe he would get a better, you know, sanity and everything when he finally gets home. And not
After
here.
35 years.
I don't understand some of this mentality
I mean,
of
he's-
these Africans.
he's
I'm
not-
sorry.
Why
they
is it for-
always
I
want
don't
to
know.
travel, and then want to come back home to die so they can be buried in their
But
own
that's what
land.
the remember
but
the politician said that
No, that's
a lot of people, a lot of
Africa-
Africans come to
Yeah,
America,
yeah.
live their life, spend. It was
The Africa is
Putin.
where they go
It was
to
Putin.
die.
African is where they go to die.
But there's an epidemic in Africa where there are no lands anymore because it's full of dead bodies. Now, they used to dig 6 feet to bury
it's
people.
4, 2.
Now they are digging 3 because the other 3, somebody's there.
Oh my God.
Please, people.
Charlie.
Enough is enough.
shit.
No, Africa is not a graveyard. Okay?
Yeah, you're right.
My brother.
right. Live here.
Let me say it again because I don't think you guys heard me.
Say it
They are
again.
digging 3 feet now. Okay, just
Africa has more than enough lives.
We're happy that
So
the
we're
NBC
yeah.
people have, you know, come to his
helped
aid,
the
and you know,
community
he's
come
gonna
together.
get better and continue life and be
And the
hopeful.
thing about diabetes is not really that. It depends on how advanced the stages are. He can get amputated.
Oh,
and
we
stuff
even
like
forgot
that.
he has diabetes.
Yeah,
So
diabetes.
what
So,
healthcare
all I
system are they
know.
sending him to back
back
home?
All right, we don't know.
So many
stop
levels to
eating,
this.
stop eating sugar and rice. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Toyin Abraham, you guys know her. She blasted MC Galaxy for asking girls to strip on his IG live, Instagram live for 50K, 50K naira. I don't know if you guys heard the story, but let me break it down to
Break
you.
it
Let's
down.
let's unpack this. All right, so she's a Nollywood actress, and MC Galaxy went on live on Instagram Live, and then you know how like sometimes when you go on Instagram Live, people can join you.
Exactly.
So he decided to host a competition
Yeah.
on his IG Live. And this one girl came on. She's like, oh, 50K, I'm about to win this money. And she started stripping, right? And then he clicked it off. And then the fans were like, oh, we want to see it, we want to see it. So then he decided to bring her back to strip some more to the fans.
Yeah.
And now Toyin Abraham is not happy. Like, why are you asking girls to strip naked for 50K? So this is what she said. She was really mad about it. She was like, dear MC Galaxy, what you did to these girls were despicable. I simply can't fathom what you need or gain from this despicable act. So she started calling him names, and he's like, it wasn't my fault. They decided to do it, so I just let them. What do you guys think about this
But
story?
he didn't ask them to strip now.
But
He said they should come and
he
showcase
didn't do
their
anything
talents.
about it either.
He clicked it off.
And then clicked it back on.
Because the fans wanted her to. You don't know, maybe she's a stripper in real life. Who
She's
knows?
not.
Who knows? Maybe
not.
she's a stripper. Because for you to have the audacity to go on somebody's life, MC
Well-
Galaxy for that matter, that has a lot of followers.
But the
Taking off
next
your
thing is
clothes.
a famous Nollywood actress now came on decided to go on his live, not once in 50K, and she Etimata went naked.
Whoa, see?
Just buck naked, like just totally naked, and did it. She said it was her choice. She doesn't care what anybody says, and she did it. So I guess if the women are free bowling for the world, what can we say?
Right.
You know, it's really it's up to the if they are doing it. If they're the ones, because he's not there saying, okay, let me take up this clothes.
But they're doing it on your watch. They are doing it on your Instagram live. No. They are doing it on your. They are doing it on your Instagram. So at that moment, MC Galaxy had a choice to shut it down, to delete her from joining her on live. But he decided to bring her back. What does that say about you?
Well.
What does that say about you when you decided to bring a that back for her to strip naked for you as well? Because he was enjoying it as well.
You know what? Because these artists do things to get more followers and more likes.
Clout.
It's all about relevancy. It's all about I want to get that 10 million. The Davido has 10 million followers now. People are trying to get followers and they're doing everything the same way. Like Peruzzi released that video of that girl. Well, it was Peruzzi that released it. It wasn't a girl. So you got to think about things like that. People are trying to get attention any way possible. And this one, I bet you his followers went up.
So it only takes 50K for women now to start stripping.
That's the question.
To show their nunu and their nyanya.
Let me kind of
How much do you charge?
30 billion.
You charge 30 billion.
Dollars.
Guys, let me kind of
Is your vagina gold?
Okay.
Diamond City.
So let me kind of
Oh, you two hurry up.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to play it. I'm trying to play
Okay,
it.
lawyer.
Talk now.
Are we gonna end the show?
Barista.
Mr. English.
Barista Max.
Okay.
This is not. Hello, we are working with friends. All right. So.
I'm trying to play the devil's advocate right
yeah,
now
what do you have to say?
by saying that he probably is creating job opportunities for young people in Nigeria. You know the hardship and everything going on now. So,
But I mean, you're an artist as well. What would you have done in that situation? A girl comes on your live, starts stripping. Are you staying or are you logging out?
well, he.
No.
Are you staying or are you logging out? Simple question.
Are you or are you not?
Yes or no?
For my brand, I'm not gonna stay.
Oh, brand ambassador.
Yeah,
But for your personal reason, you're going to be like, hit me up in the DMs.
So you go enter DM.
How long when the cameras are
Well,
on?
for me, I don't have a problem with MC Galaxy. For me, I'll cut off, but I don't have a problem with MC Galaxy because the people demanded it. He cut off, they asked for it, and then he came back online. Sometimes you need to give the people what they want. But some other times, you also need to give the people what they need.
Timali, so where do we draw the line in today's society then?
Listen.
You give the customers what they need, you give the fans what they need.
No,
At
listen.
what point?
Is there a line?
Listen, there's no line. First of all,
now.
there's no line. You people are the ones talking about women and human rights and all that. You decided to do it for 50K. Abi? Just be ready for the consequences because when you are disrespected on another platform, don't argue about it. Don't feel offended because you decided to bring yourself out there for 50,000 naira and disrespect yourself. They say the way you dress is the way you be addressed. So even Etinosa, the other celebrity Nollywood actress that decided to play party for that because of popularity, when she's disrespected on social media, she shouldn't fight about it.
Timali, the age requirement to join Instagram is 13 years old. There are 13-year-old kids on Instagram seeing this.
That's Instagram Live. What are they looking for on MC Galaxy's page? Instagram Live.
It doesn't mean I don't.
It doesn't matter. They are there. They are on there. It's not about Instagram Live. It's about social media and our world now. There are 13-year-old kids on social media now, and sometimes you don't even have to follow this artist.
Just come
they come up on your
Explorer page.
And before you realize you're exploring somebody's
but if it's
vagina.
offensive, Instagram would delete it.
But think about it.
By the time Instagram deletes
By the time you don't download that thing.
WhatsApp is on WhatsApp.
on
WhatsApp
Facebook.
goes like that. But the thing about it is that for the young ones out here that are young girls and young ladies, remember, whatever you do on the internet, it's never disappears. It will get repeated. People can Google and find it. So think about what you're doing because it will come back and haunt you when you have 5 babies and you're in church praying to.
And who's a fan of MC Galaxy here? Is he like?
Yes, I like MC
is he like a star?
I like his
out there?
music.
He has great music.
He has great music.
If he has great intentions in helping people, then he should be educated on how to do it in a better way and not as asking girls to strip up for him. On
He
the
didn't
phone.
ask girls to
He
strip.
said do something
Oh,
for
I don't know,
50K.
yeah.
But he didn't stop it either.
Yeah,
Stop
but
it
let's
either,
not
so-
get it. Let's not.
Yeah,
he
he
did
should
not
be
ask them
properly
to strip.
educated. Yeah.
But he did not. He tried to stop it initially, and then he tried to give people what
Would
they
you
wanted.
do it?
On me, strip. What am I stripping for? My face is enough, Seth, to collect that 50,000 and
Nice.
I'm
So I
reading the
don't
comments.
Fine
Viewers
girl.
like you. Oh.
Fine girl.
These viewers in Nigeria, they like
Charlie,
you.
Charlie, you know on Snapchat they actually have girls that have accounts that they
Oh yeah,
you
I
pay.
found like
5,000.
three
You
or
following?
four.
Charlie,
Wow.
Charlie, you did surprise me every day.
You
You're
know
surprising. You're
because
taking
I
following
post-
women that
So
are
you
naked.
pay for their premium.
I
He's
know them
fluid.
personally.
So you encourage that business.
So you guys always say support black business.
Charlie, you're supporting markets.
We have to go. Comments below, let us know your thought on these topics. I love my co-host and I love you. Come back. You're watching the ABS show. This is MinaTV.
Love ya.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.